Hello everyone, we're back at Goa for I think the 100th time, and that's because we love Goa too much, but this time it's special. We are here in monsoons. I've never been here in monsoons before, and I've heard Goa is actually very beautiful. So we landed at Dabolim, and this time around we've actually rented a car. Usually we always rent a scooty. So we're going to meet the guy जिससे हम गाड़ी उठाने वाले हैं. So let's go and see how it goes. So we've reached this parking space. ये actually सब rental cars का ही है. So we have taken a hatchback this time. I mean, we're just two people. And it's automatic. So अभी monsoons का season है. हमें around 1300 per day पड़ा for automatic. For a manual it's like 1000, and this is our car. Alright, so we have picked our car and left from the airport for our stay. So for the first 4 days we are staying in near the area of Palolem. We've stayed there before, and personally we really like it because it's very peaceful. The entire area near Agonda, Patnem, Palolem, and the weather is surprisingly very nice today. It's not raining, which like I was afraid it would be raining cats and dogs, but it's not. It's very bright and sunny, but also it's not hot and humid right now. Like you can see the black clouds are actually approaching, so I think it's gonna get cooler by the night. Always so excited for Goa. Just had our breakfast and it was so yummy. I think that's what we love about South Goa the most. Life is at a very slow pace here, so we just spent like 2 hours relishing our breakfast. The cafe had a very Tibetan sort of feels, and now we're headed to the Netravalli Wildlife Sanctuary. Actually, it's quite sunny today. It's not raining, which is a plus for us because otherwise it would be really hard to explore the sanctuary. So yeah, we just got some cash out of the ATM and now we're headed there. So we were on our way to Netravalli and we just came across the Bamanbundo Waterfall. It's so beautiful. Right now there are very few people here. I remember 2 years back we had come here in October and the water flow wasn't as much. So right now it seems to be at its peak because it's monsoon and it's looking really beautiful, guys. Actually also a way to go down the Bamanbundo Waterfalls. As you can see, there are a lot of people behind me who are taking a bath, enjoying a good swim. So basically, this is like waterfall ke left pe. There is this entire path from where you can go down and have a nice swim. But we need to go to Netravalli, so we're skipping that. We had gone there, 2 years back. So in case you enjoy taking like a short swim, you can even go down this waterfall. And especially because the flow during monsoons is so much. So we were headed to the Netravalli Wildlife Sanctuary. There's actually no network here, but we saw a board which says Budbud Talli, which means bubbling lake in English. So there's a Netravalli bubbling lake here, and it's apparently very famous because it has a unique phenomena of bubbles arising from the bottom of the lake to the surface. So we're going to head there. There's also a very tiny temple inside. So let's see and try out, like if those bubbles actually arise to the surface of the lake. When I had read about, the bubbling lake, I actually thought, ठीक है, like surface पे आते होंगे bubbles, like you'll be able to see some ripples, but you can actually see bubbles arising from the surface even though the water looks very green. It's so clear that you can see the bed of the lake and the bubbles arising from it. Head now to the wildlife sanctuary. There's also a very small temple here, and we're definitely gonna go inside and take some blessings before we head back to the wildlife sanctuary. So we've reached the Netravalli Wildlife Sanctuary. You can see behind me. It's pretty empty, I think. Apart from us, there are very few people here. So Gunjan was buying the ticket. There's an entry fee of 150 rupees per person. And because we have our own vehicle, we have our own car. So for cars, they also charge rupees 100 for, as a parking fee. So there are two waterfalls inside. One we can access from our own car, and for the other one, we need to take a jeep safari. So we're planning to go by ourselves first, see the first smaller waterfall, and then we'll decide whether we want to take the jeep safari or not. Let's go! So after we entered the sanctuary gate and we were able to drive for like another 3-4 kilometers, and then there's this parking area here, and now we will be going to the Savri Waterfalls. So basically, like, there's going to be like a trek of few kilometers. So let's see, excited to see, because it was raining quite heavily yesterday, so I'm hoping the water will be in full flow. So as you can see, there's a proper trail and there's signboards as well, so there's no way you can get lost. And it's so peaceful right now. I'm very surprised how there's no one else around. It's so peaceful.
I've taken out my umbrella because it's quite sunny today. मुझे ऐसे एकदम मेम साहब वाली फील आ रही है, ये मेम साहब बन के हाइक कर रही हूँ. But on the other hand, we're glad it's sunny because otherwise, as you can see, the trail, it will get very slippery when it's raining, and I think they also close the access sometimes when it's raining heavily. So yeah, the gods have been gracious, or the rain gods have been gracious on us today, and we were able to enjoy the trek. It's completely dry, and wow, looks like there's some place to rest in between as well. I don't know if it's audible in the video, but we can actually hear the sound of the waterfall now, so I think it's nearby. And now there's some steps which we need to descend and go to the waterfall. I think there are some 200-300 steps. Climbing down feels a breeze, but once we see the waterfall, we also need to climb all these steps. There are actually like a lot of steps. So in case you have like any problem walking or climbing stairs, I will really suggest like carry a stick with you. We saw a lot of middle-aged aunties carrying that, so I think like it's a good piece of advice because it's gonna be like really hard to climb all these stairs back. I'm truly surprised how there are hardly any people here. I mean, yes, Goa has beautiful beaches, but Goa is so much more than beaches. And I hope through this video, like more and more people can understand this. Gunjan, मेरे ऊपर तितली है. तितली. ये मेरे सर पे क्यों बैठ रही है? And now it's time to test all our gym endurance because it's finally time to climb all the steps that we descended. Alright, we've successfully climbed all the stairs. इतनी बुरी हालत नहीं हुई वैसे, which means we're fit. And one thing that I really loved about this place is how green it is, and I urge everybody who will come to Netravalli to not litter and maintain the cleanliness of this place because our country is also so beautiful, but it's upon us to keep it that way. And if you have a drone, you'll have to submit it at the gate because this is our ticket, so they've written that we have submitted our drone. I will say do not bring your drones because it's not allowed in here. And wow, it started raining. Let's rush. The waterfall that we visited in Netravalli is the Savri Waterfall, to which you can take your own vehicle. There's one more waterfall which is like the main highlight of Netravalli. It's Mendapiya exactly. I don't remember the name. For that you need to take the Jeep Safari, but it's much larger than the Savri Waterfall. We decided to head back because it's already 4 p.m. and we're starving. So we're gonna go hunt for a lunch place and eat some good Goan food. So we've come to this place called Vidushi's Cow Corner. We had seen it last time. There were a lot of cows here. So let's see how the food is.
Malwani prawn curry. Malwani is like the traditional cuisine of the Konkan region. And Gunjan had the shakuti pulao, which is basically pork sausages. It's made in like a Goan masala called shakuti. And both the things are really delicious. मतलब वो जो South Goan food की जो craving थी ना पूरी हो गई. I don't think there could be a better end to our day one in Goa. Started with the beautiful waterfalls in Netravalli and ending with the mesmerizing sunset here at Patnem Beach. Truly Goa in monsoons, you've taken my heart.